If I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah.
What we do here is go back.
Alright, there we go. So much at once. I was trying to do everything at once. What's up, everybody? How's everybody going? So today we have a werewolf that we're going to be working on. It's a little design I drew up. And we're going to try to knock this out. What's up, Job? Jack Hobbs, what's up? Paul Tarchala, how's it going? Just go squad in the house. So like always, before we get started, I'm just going to go over how we got to this point and what we're going to do to keep going from here. Whew. So, what I've done is printed out the design. The design is available down below in the description of the video. There's a link. I will also quickly post it in the chat again so you can see that and have it if you have no idea to get in there. The best way to get there is actually through a computer. You're going to need to print this, so I assume you're going to be on a computer anyway. Click that link, it'll take you to all the projects we've done. One of them will be the werewolf right here. And yeah. Let's see here, what are we doing? It's like losing. Are we okay? Is it okay? Is it lagging? Let me know if it's lagging for you guys. Oh, it says it's excellent connection. Alright. Anyway, yeah, you'll find a link to that down below. You could download it and follow along with this tutorial at home. I'm just going to get my music going just like before. We're not going to do any music now. We do the intro music and that's pretty much it. And then I pop in my earbuds. I'm going to have some music going for myself, and I would encourage you to do this at home. I like having music while I paint. It makes me get in the flow and the vibe, whatever you want to feel it like. I like, once we get in that zone, you know, then we can go and knock this out. What's up, James Milton? How's it going? What's up, Bartholomew McCaffrey? Brian from London saying hi. Well. So, yeah. We're going to stick to this, and we're going to hit it hard. So we're going to be using a couple colors today. We might use some white as well. I'm going to try to keep it pretty simple so you can follow along at home. Obviously, you could go and fill this design with all the colors you like. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing just black, gray, white. But we are going to go through all the steps to make this into a cool little design. Again, you can follow this along at home. So all I've done is use a little bit of spray adhesive. A little bit of spray adhesive. Now, when you're doing this, like paper on paper, right, all I've done is put it on a piece of printout paper. And then what we're painting on is this 140 pound or 300 CSM, depending on where you are in the world, watercolor paper. So this is a thick, heavy paper. You're not going to be able to cut through it with the blade right away, so It helps you practice your cuts with your blade, and the paper is a little more forgiving, so that's why we're working on paper. But that's all I've done is just use a light spray of spray adhesive on the back of the paper, stuck it on here. Then I used the blade, right? Just a regular X-Acto knife like this. I've had this one forever, and then I just swap out these blades. I used one of these, and we went ahead and I pre-cut it so you guys don't have to watch me cut, because we all know how exciting that can be. What's up, Ghost Race Picks? What's up, Dave Fiore? How's it going? What's up, My C? Ha ha ha! Hello. Yep. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. Cool. So, as always, you have the option at the beginning, right? I had somebody message me and ask about the previous design, and they were asking about what if I wanted to keep the design nice and clean, and I mean the background nice and clean, and I just want to keep it white, right? So obviously then you would start by just peeling the inside. You can leave the back there. You don't have to remove it. I like to add a background, and you know, it's just an easy way to add a background is to just peel off all the outside, and that gives you a nice clean way of adding a background here without working too hard for it. So honestly, you've already cut it. You can use it in either way, like I said. But this is just personally the way that I like to do it. It looks like I forgot to cut that side there. But you can do it, like I said, either way works. And depending on what project you're doing, you can do it, like I said, either way. If you want it nice and clean, you can do it that way. So just take off the outside, and you can keep this. Again, you can use this to add a drop shadow by just shifting it off and then just doing a little shade on it, or you could, you know, angle it, which will give you a different look. We're not going to do that today. You guys have seen me do that in the past. Today we're just going to peel off all the background. And it looks like I forgot to cut here too. So do a better job of cutting than I am. I always forget sections. And then while I'm painting, I have to go and cut. The good thing about working on this paper is that it's, you know, rather forgiving, so you can press down kind of hard, and you don't have to worry about messing anything up because that watercolor paper is nice and thick, and you'll be good. So what's up? What's up, the Prince? How's it going? How's it going? What's up, the Airspace? How's it going, Mr. Bill Kennedy? How's it going? What's up, Big Daddy 64? Cool. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. And yeah. So now we have the whole background peeled off. Simple stuff. I'm going to go ahead and start pouring in some colors here. And I'm probably going to start off with, let's use the Iwata Eclipse here for the gray. Make sure it's flowing. We're gonna shake up our gray and get started. So I hope you guys could hear me pretty good. Hopefully I'm loud enough. Hopefully the mic is working correctly. I'm trying to get a video off PC to iOS. Oh yeah. I don't mess with anything Apple, so good luck. Good luck, my friend. Everything I do is on PC. Lately I've been doing more 3D modeling than anything else, really. So now the last stream we made a cracked, like rocky cement background. This is typical type of design you see all the time. This time I think we're gonna throw a little stencil in there and maybe do a freehand drop shadow, just something to switch it up. It's a PETA and iTunes, it's not working out. Yeah, I don't know. I know what I know, and I try to stick within that area. And that's pretty much how that goes. So I'm just throwing some gray in here. And this is our pre-reduced gray. Still looking good. Still shakes up just fine. No clumping. Nothing weird. And yeah. So this pressure's a little high. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. Cool. And all I'm going to do is, I don't know. Like there's many ways you could tackle this. I think we could add a little freehand drop shadow. So just kind of go in close. And then just softly, just, try to recreate that edge. You don't have to recreate it exactly, but just drop that in right there, boom. Make sure you get all the way up on the edge. Go around. Whenever, if the light's coming this way, it's gonna cast a shadow on everything on this side, but nothing on this side, right? So all we want to do is kind of, and right here you see that little ear, maybe leave a little space there. So that light's kind of casting it off in that way. Same thing over here, leave some space. Now it just looks like it's kind of casting off in that direction there. Same thing with the tongue. Teeth. And maybe this saliva here. Just give it a little shadow, a little preemptive shade. Not too crazy, but then I'm going to give the background just a little texture, just so it looks like something's going on back there, and that'll split up our stencil from the foreground as well. And I'm just going to use this, right, and just that little bit. That's all we need. We don't really need a whole lot. And I'm just kind of fading it off towards the edges like that. So, nothing too crazy here. Just going through some quick little strokes, and then we can just kind of add a little bit of blending it off, deepen in. You see that little texture we put in with that stencil? We're just going to deepen it in a little bit, just by going over the whole thing, just nice and uniform. Light strokes from far away will give you that nice soft shadow. So just back up a little bit, just a little nice little strokes. Cool. Then I'm just going to load up some black. And I really like using the black and the Sotar. The Sotar does a really good job of atomizing the black. See, you got your hair did up. Oh yeah, I cut my hair. It looks good, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it like this. Try to keep it stylized a little bit. Tired of looking like a, uncivilized. What's up, Thomas Thompson? Thomas Thompson's been ready. Alright, now we got the black loaded in. And now we're just going to reinforce our grays, right? So we're just going to come in here and like that really close edge where the shadows come out of. Let me just hit that a little bit. And just really softly along that edge. Doesn't take much black to really darken it up, so just but that's really going to bring in that shade, that gray, that shadow in the back there. Nice and easy. Just try not to go too heavy with anything. Because it's always possible to just come in with a little free hand and do some work to really get it all going. So. Alright, so we're going to get the gray back out, right? That's all we're going to do. This is the background. I know it doesn't look like much, but that's fine. That's all we need is just something to separate the back from the front. That'll work just fine, and once we add in just kind of a little work around, that's going to be enough to really give us the little contrast that we need with the white. So, there it is. Alright, so I like using an old needle to peel off. And we're going to start here in the mouth and the back of the throat. So we're going to peel this piece off. Try to leave the tongue behind. Good. And we can kind of follow our way around here. Try to avoid the saliva. Leave that in place, leave the teeth in place. Oh, come on, tongue. There you go. And I grabbed the wrong airbrush. Cool. Cool! There you go. I'm like, why is no color coming out? It's just reducer. Oh man. Alright, so just filling that in with gray. Nothing too crazy. And then we're just gonna again reinforce with the black in order to give the throat some deep depth. We're just gonna kind of hit the darkest, the farthest spot in the back here. And then we're gonna bring that shade across the top. Leave that gray. You see that gray right there? That's all we're doing. It's just kind of just building it up little by little. Back in the day, I had a mullet. Yo, mullets are back, according to James. I've never actually had a mullet, but I did have a ponytail when I was a kid. Like a long ponytail, like all the way down to my butt ponytail. I also had a ponytail most recently when I did the videos starting. So, yeah. Alright, so now we're going to pull off, see the underneath the tongue here? We can pull out the nostrils as well. Like, if I would have cut them out, said Ric Flair is 73 years old. Woo! What's up, Manic Airbrush? How's it going, man? I didn't cut the whole nose. I didn't cut. So. Right, now we can peel the nostrils. And the underneath of the tongue there. So now here underneath the tongue, you have the option to kind of just add in like a little wet texture kind of thing going on. I like to just do like some squigglies. Just need some little squigglies like that. Right, it doesn't look like much, but that's the whole point. It's just like the under the tongue. I got that weird texture underneath. That's all we're going for. Switching back off to the black. Like every kid around here has one. What's up, Blue? How's it going? Howdy. So So again, I'm just gonna hit the bottom of the tongue and then like the edge of the gums here. So just really nice and close. And then I'm just gonna fill in the nostrils. And filling them in with black is just fine because we're gonna need them dark. So, and all I'm doing is going black, gray, black, gray, black, gray. For now. Blue. You just, why? Why blue? You just come in and drop $20. You're a bad influence, Blue. Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah, I always don't know what to say. You do too much. Alright. So we got the bottom of the tongue, right? And then we're going to move to the left side of the tongue here. And we're going to go ahead and just peel that off. On the left side of the tongue, don't put this spot in here. Peel that off. Then we can also peel off the bottom gums. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, don't pull those off. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. No, actually, yeah, you can. That'll be just fine. Yeah, I got an idea. Anyway, we're gonna hit with the gray. The next weather's meant to be bad. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's a good time to practice though. You got nothing else to do? Get in there and get some practice going. So all I'm gonna do is hit the gray along the edge there. Right. And then I'm gonna hit it more across the top. Now if I want to hit these shadows of these teeth, I can do that. I can just kind of bring those in. Okay. Yeah. Now the bottom gum, we're going to hit that bottom of the tongue right there. And bring it around all the way up. See up here, we didn't peel off that tongue, so we're going to hit up where that tongue is. Now to make the gums darker. And now we're going to hit right in between the teeth, just a little shade going up. Now, then we're going to switch off to the black. What's up, Stephen Ward? How's it going? I swear I need my genius kid to come do this tech shit for me. But I'm pretty sure I can't afford to pay him. Oh, yikes. Alright, so let's get this shade going down. And then we're going to hit around the edge of the bottom gum. Like that. And the bottom of the tongue there. We don't really have to hit going up. That shape's already there. We can hit this other side where the tongue is coming out there. I want to get creative with it. Alright, so now we can pull off the bottom part of the tongue. Bam. Alright, and then we're going to hit that. You see that squiggly line? We're going to just bring the gray all the way down that squiggly line. Just a nice soft shadow. Just soft. To bring it up on these teeth. Bring in like some veins. Right, just get a little creative, you know, it's the underside of the tongue. So just bring in some nice little squiggly lines, nice and fine, detailed. I'm going to switch over to the black. And once we finish this mouth, the rest of it is like cake. It's like you guys are going to be like, dang, he was doing that, now he's done. Yep. So all I'm going to do is, again, go along that edge of the tongue. Man. Simple. We could peel off the front side of the tongue. See this one? Getting my steps in today, boy. You see me? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, boy. Getting the exercise in. Alright, so I'm going to bring a shade coming up and around, right? So we want to use that squiggly edge, but then we want to bring that shadow and leave that white edge just a little bit. But that spit is also there, so you want to kind of hit that spit. But you don't want to completely cover that edge, right? You want to just let the overspray kind of handle it. Bring in your under the tongue veins here. I would say you could probably get away with not even using black on the scrub. If you have a nice medium gray like this, that's probably dark enough. Then we're going to peel off the remainder of the tongue. So now we can peel off this whole thing. Make sure you leave your spit behind. You see this little squiggly line right here? That's your spit. It's very important. Leave that behind. Oh, and then while we're here, we might as well peel off the top gum as well. So go ahead and take that off. Bam! Right? Now we're going to bring in a nice shade coming off the back right there. And then bring it around. Right? See that? Then I like to bring in some texture the same way we did on the bottom. But the top of the tongue, I'm just going to bring in some nice little dots. So I hope you've been practicing your dots because you're going to have to learn how to do dots. How many dots? Lots of dots. Okay, so, yeah. What's up, Aaron Safstrom? How's it going? Digging that skull cap. Yeah, if you want to get yourself one of these skull caps, they're available at mikesbrush.com. Any order over $40 right now on the website gets you a free skull cap. Yeah. So I'm just going to come in and do some nice fine dots. And you get super crazy with these dots if you really want to. And if you want to get smart about it too, you could also use like a stencil, right? You have something with dots on it. Get those dots filled in nice and quick. This is part of one of the texture effects stencils. So if you order that stencil kit, you order the texture effects stencil and like the real effects, real flames or something, you know. Then you get a free skull cap. Yeah. Alright, so then we got that. We're going to just take a little bit of black. Just reinforce what we just did, right? Oh, and we forgot about the top gum, but we'll get that in there. Then we're just shading in the tongue coming out. Shade in that top gum. Just go across the top here. Nice shadow across the top. And in between every tooth, we're just going to bring a nice shade down. Reinforce it with the black. Right, get used to these steps. If you're gonna do black and white, like you gotta get used to these steps. Just you're constantly just building up with the tones. And consider you're only using 2 tones if you're doing black and white. You're gonna be doing gray, black, gray, black, gray, black, gray, black. And then once in a while you might make gray, black, white, gray, black, white. Once in a while. So then we got all that. From here, we can pull off the saliva in the mouth. Just the saliva, leave the teeth behind. And then we're going to peel off the nose as well. Bam. And we could fold over. Fold over the bottom of the chin. Leave the lip. We're just folding over the bottom. See how this goes all the way like that? And you just fold it over and leave it over like that. Victory is mine. Victory is mine. Yeah. Good job, dude. I believed. I believed in you. I gotta say, it's easier to hear you without music. Yeah. I have music going. I'm bumping. So I hope you have your own music going too, because boy is bumping right now. Anyway, we're going to come in here in the nose. We're just going to do a nice stroke. Use the edge, right? Obviously we have this edge, so use the edge. Come up right up the middle. And use the edge on this side. Come up right along the edge of that nostril. Now leave the white over on that side. We want to make it look like it's shiny and reflecting. And we'll just add a little texture. Bam. Boom. Now the bottom. I want my werewolf to have a little goatee. You know what I'm saying? Just a little soul patch going on. You know, I want it's my werewolf. Right? So right off of the lip right here, I'm just going to bring in some nice strokes going down. And you already have the edge right here of the hair. So just bring in some nice little strokes. And you can bring them all the way up to those lips because we have the lips sealed up. I'm going to just bring a little shadow going around those lips just a little bit, not all the way up, just a little bit. Boom. Going to reinforce with the black. Cut your hair again? Yep, my hair is cut. Does it look okay? Am I looking alright? Is it good? I want something long enough that I could brush it and like comb it and style it and not always just be like not having hair. Bald. Alright, so I'm just reinforcing with the black right here. And look at that, like, bam. Just a slight touch on the nose, maybe reinforce that so just to soften it up. And bring in the center indentation right there. Nothing too crazy so far. We can peel off the rest of this. Peel it all the way up, I should say, and then fold that back down. We're going to leave the lip now. And switch to the gray. Alright, so here, all I'm going to do is just bring a nice shade right down, right there. Bam. And we can just peel that off. Boom. We can round it up here at the corner. Boom. Building the texture for our lips. You see our lip here? All I'm going to do is just pull in some nice little strips. And because it's white, you have the ability to make it round, right? So if you do those strokes going around, and you just kind of bring them in around like this, and then you could just drop in a nice shadow along the edge, like this. And bam, it gives you that roundness. It looks like the lip is like, you know, red lip. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, that sucks. Music's still one of those tricky things on YouTube. Alright, so now I'm just coloring, shading in the edges of my saliva here. Bam. Doesn't really take much, I'm just really hitting those edges. And we got this all done. We can start moving on to the back. And we're going to start with the ear. And remove this ear there. And all we're doing is using the gray still. I'm just going to come in and build a little furry ear here. So just a few strokes. It doesn't really even take much because whatever you don't fill in, it looks like white fur, right? So it looks like it goes from gray to white fur at the edge. And that's totally fine. We really don't need black in this area. If you feel like you need to, you can, but it's really not necessary. We can peel off the top of the head. Bam. And all we do is just hit that edge. Now it's a werewolf, right? So to me, a werewolf is like a man turned into a wolf, right? So I don't feel like everything is gonna have like that fur as much. I feel like there's gonna be patches where, you know, there's more like skin, just like a dog has. You know, normal dogs have like patches where it's like skinny, and then they have patches where it's just full fur.
How does my makeup look? I don't know how chicks do this every day.
What?
I said I don't know how chicks do this every day. I feel so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Walmart.
Okay. Is that a female werewolf or a male? I hadn't thought that far. It's just a werewolf. It's gender neutral werewolf. I don't want to piss off anybody, any of the alphabet people. Alright, so here we got the left side of the face here. Now I'm going to bring a shadow underneath the eye and around the brow. Like that. And kind of coming off the other brow. Boom. And now we're going to bring it all the way around. Leave that edge of the white there. And then just bring a shadow just right down here. And around the eye. And then you just hit that edge. Nothing too crazy about that. Just kind of built up the roundness of the brow and stuff. Then, here's where you make some decisions. I think I'm going to start over here on this side. So I'm just going to fold over this area. You see how this just folded over? I'm just going to hit that edge. And I'm going to fold over the next area. Down. I'm just going to bring that edge around. Boom. They're already laid out for you, you know, so all you gotta do is just fold it over to the next one. Bam. Boom. I'm gonna peel off this area next to the eye right here. Fold that over. You want that edge. And hook that in. Boom. Then we can pretty much peel off this whole piece. That reveals the rest of our face. All we're going to do is just use our shading here to build in the rest of the face. So starting with the brow, we're going to bring in the shadow right underneath. Bring it right into the eye, and then you see right where our stencil is ended there. Bring the brow back around. Nothing too crazy here. round out the top. And then we're going to worry about the nose before we go over to the ear. So we're just going to round out right here. Bring it around. And connect it all the way to the nose right here. Round out that side. Bam. And here off the top, we're going to bring in a saw shadow, like for a crease right down the middle. And then we're going to throw some creases kind of going across, like the snarling. Alright, so if you got the hand for it, you get it nice and detailed right here. Bam. Not too crazy. Bring our shadows all the way up to the eye, because the eye stencil is still on there. Make sure you hold it around. And you can pick the edge of the face. Boom. And that just leaves our ear. And just like we did down here, I'm just going to bring in some strokes coming off of the pointy sides. There. Nice and easy. What's up, Matt Krizak? How's it going? Matt Krizzle. I believe the correct is Matt Krizzle. Alright, so all I'm going to do is just use a little bit of black. Now we're just going to reinforce a little bit of what we've done. And maybe I just want a little bit darker right underneath the eyes right here. Maybe this little spot. You can use a little freehand stencil. This is part of the Real Flame Kit, available at mikesbrush.com. Get yourself 2 stencils right now. You get yourself a free skull cap. Pretty much good right there. It doesn't really take much black. You just need to darken it in just to give it some life, some depth, some definition. And pretty much we could finish peeling off everything that's left at this point. So we're going to peel off the ear right here. Bam, that's going to give us the little fur that's in the ear. We're going to peel off all the teeth. Peel off the eyes. Boom. You pull off the saliva. Boom. There you go. We got our little werewolf. I'm just going to come in with a little bit of gray. Just add a little detail, so I'm just going to maybe make the eyes, give those a little bit of a shading right there. Bam. I'm going to build up the fur of the ear here. Now the initial layer sticking out. Bam. Maybe you want to shade in the teeth a little bit. Give more of a rounded look. Too crazy here. And then just some quick little strokes on the saliva, nothing too crazy. There you go. Mr. Werewolf. Guys, direct look. And there you can just give it your final little details if you wish. It has a cool little vibe to it. One thing I do want to do actually before we claim too much victory here, let's add some whiskers. So I'm just going to take some gray. Just right here, right off the side of the face. a little bit right next to the right of the nose. I'm just going to take it. And same thing on the other side. And I'll give him some texture kind of coming off of here, so you give him some furriness. Maybe like a beard kind of, you know. Start giving him some character. And maybe you want to work on these wrinkles a little bit. Give him some freehand look. And then just bring out the whole thing. Brows. And you see this edge over here? Maybe you just want to give it some firmness. Just going to stroke that edge right there. And suddenly he takes in a whole new vibe. There you go. Now, if I don't feel it needs it, but if you feel like on yours, maybe you want to make some of that saliva pop. Or maybe you want to make his eyes glow, or whatever it is. You can always just come in with some white. We've laid in gray pretty good in here. So you can come in with some white and fill in those little touches, and you got it. So, all right, thank you, Ghost Race. Later, Bill. We'll see you later. No background. No. Yeah, we did that. You see the texture in the background. You see those little squares? Like I said in the beginning, you could add in your own little background if you wanted to. I even said we could keep it clean if we wanted to just keep it nice. I just did a quick little shadow, and then we did that little texture in the back. We really could add moon, maybe a little mountainside or something, but I just like the floating. The floating face is what does it for me. I don't know, but yeah. Hopefully you guys like that tutorial. Hopefully you guys had a good one. That's pretty much it for today. It's a quick one, but yeah, you get a good idea of how to start layering in textures. So not only are you going in and doing shading, you know, on just the edges, but you get a good idea of how you can use those edges, like sharp ones like this, to add edges of fur. You can go back and fur out that edge. Also the texture in the tongue and here, and all the shading. This is more complicated than it looks, having this tongue behind all those teeth and all that. So I wish you guys all the best of luck at home when you try it at home. And yeah, also, like I said, you can try this out in colors, or if you want to go out and do this in color, which we'll actually be doing. Right now, the goal is to get a bunch of these basic ones out, and then we're going to come back and redo these designs on a different, like maybe we'll do them on metal. And then we'll also go through and do all the colors, so that we'll go a little more detailed up on the following tutorial. So consider these like the beginner ones. But once you can get through to this, you'll be able to make it through the other ones. So, yep. Green saliva would be cool. Yeah. There's. Don't get me started on colors and the way yeah. But for black and white. Like black and white looks good right there. That looks good. It looks good, man. So yeah. Anyway, I'll get out of your guys' hair. Hopefully you guys like that video. Like I said, the tutorial, the link to the stencil to do this tutorial is down below in the description of this video. It's free. You can download it, print it, and follow along. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, always hit that like button, subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and if you really like these videos, if you think they helped out a lot, consider joining the Skull Squad down below. There's a join button. You can click that button and join the Skull Squad. It's like $2 and $5, I think, right now. It's really cheap, and it all helps to bring you guys more and more videos, more tutorials, and yeah. Also, big shout out to Createx for providing the paint for today's video. They've been a great sponsor of the channel, great help. So big shout outs to them. Thank you to all the members of the Skull Squad. If you're part of the Skull Squad already, yo, I love you. Yo, Skull Squad members, I love you. Thank you guys all for being so helpful, being great members of this community, being members of the channel. Big shout outs to Honey and Simon Carter over on Facebook as well for doing that airbrush and custom paint TV guide. I believe that's the name of the Facebook group. If you want to keep in touch with all these live streams, you want to see some other artists as well. There's tons of artists. It's awesome to see how many artists are out there actually streaming. Make sure you go and you check out that Facebook group over on Facebook. Duh. But yeah, thank you guys as always for all the support. Again, I'll say it, if you go over on the mikesbrush.com right now, order yourself $40 worth of stuff, you get a free skull cap. And you're gonna get a random color. If you get one of the free ones, they're gonna come in a random color. And I have the whole rainbow of colors already, so you're gonna be getting a random colored one. It's not gonna be black, it's not gonna be red, it's not gonna be blue. It's gonna be whatever color is in the machine right then and there. I'm just gonna make it, and that's what you get. They're made out of PETG now, so they're really good. They're really hard. They ain't gonna break, and yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you guys again for all the support. Thank you guys as always for just everything, being there, watching, keeping me entertained while I'm making these videos. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Later, later.
Told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down,